Some orders have been entered in the Bibb County case, so let's get into it. First, the judge hasn't ruled yet on Andres Trejo Velasquez's motion to control prejudicial publicity, which is basically a gag order to keep the case out of public view. The motion asks that the court restrict media and public access to pretrial hearings. Let's not do that. But here's what the judge did do today. The judge granted him another taxpayer funded attorney. That tells you how large and complex this case is and how much discovery and witness work the defense is expecting. Good news for public safety is that the defendants are still on no bond. Today's court orders show Sarah Louise Terrell and Ricky Cecil Terrell remain held without bond after first appearance hearings, with the judge finding by clear and convincing evidence that no release conditions would ensure appearance or protect the community from them, which is exactly the standard judges use under Alabama's bail law. The rest of the defendants are still in jail, also on no bail. We're just waiting for the orders to come out. So, what does it mean when they ask for extra counsel? That's common in massive multi count cases. These filings note the number and severity of the charges and the resources the state can bring, so expect more requests. In fact, Rebecca Brewer has already asked for an additional attorney too, citing the size and discovery and exposure. If one gets it, others typically line up right behind with their hand out. The gag order push is really just to restrict speech. A court has to find that public statements pose a substantial likelihood of materially prejudicing the case, and any order has to be narrowly tailored with no lesser alternative that would work. Translation: it's a high bar, and news outlets can challenge gag orders if they're overly broad. If this motion is granted, expect less visibility into pretrial hearings, and I will have a lot to say about that. And then there's St. John. He's asking for youthful offender status. If granted, key proceedings and records would be confidential, and sentencing exposure drops dramatically, capped at up to 3 years on a felony youthful offender adjudication, and is not considered a criminal conviction under Alabama law. If the court goes that route in a case with allegations this serious, I'm going to have some big questions about transparency and proportionality. Bottom line is there's no ruling yet on the gag order request. Trejo Velasquez gets another court appointed lawyer. Brewer's now asking for one too. No bond still stands, and a youthful offender bid is on the table that could change how much the public gets to see and the stakes at sentencing. I'll keep pulling the filings and reading every line so you don't have to, so make sure you're following to stay up to date.